And welcome back, YouTube. We're moving into very soon Lantern Year 9 for the People of the Stars campaign. We had a pretty successful hunt, except for the fact that one of our guys got devoured. I rolled like shit that entire game. I kept rolling.
Shocker.
This was worse than normal, though.
Fair enough.
3 2s in a row, and then I roll a 1 when I get devoured. Why not?
Yeah.
But other than that...
You would have died on a 2-2.
Oh, I would have?
Yeah.
Oh, well...
So it's not really like, I mean, it wasn't a nice and all you needed to do was not roll a 1.
Yeah, and anyways, with the negative speed, I'm not sure I would have been regurgitated in time, because we would have had to deal 2 wounds in 1 round. But either way, we had pretty good resource haul. We got 2 large flat teeth, a bladder, 2 shank bones, a pelt. We got all 4 fresh acanthus, which was kind of nice.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that didn't save the guy who got devoured. 2 monster bones, a broken lantern, and an any. So we're at least set up to possibly do a innovation, but we're not 100% ideal. And as always, please check out Defense Grid, the board game. We're still working heavily on it. I'm hoping to put up a draft PDF or something of the rules soon. By the end of October is my target. And as always, we'll be launching the Kickstarter in mid-January, January 17th, I believe, if my brain is functioning after going to Vegas. So we'll be putting that up. And hope you'll see us at PAX South. Hope you'll see us on the Kickstarter. You can subscribe to an event we have up on our Facebook page. So Facebook Forged by Geeks. And we have an event up there in case you want to be reminded when our Kickstarter goes live. Other than that, I think we're pretty good to start the settlement phase. So we're setting up the settlement.
Yep.
And I need to shuffle the events. You know, I find it funny. I've always shuffled the events.
I know.
This is probably part of the reason why we lose so many settlements.
Yeah.
Hunt Showdown. Actually, if you're really interested, you can actually just go up there and look. What I've seen is it looks like the settlements get more views in general, but if we're fighting anything unique, like when we fight a Nemesis mob, or the Lion God fights, or just higher level mobs, stuff like that, those tend to get more views than the settlements. But if it's just like another level 1 White Lion or Antelope or something like that...
Unsurprisingly, people aren't that interested in watching another level 1 White Lion fight.
Though I have seen some weird trends where the settlement will be getting more views, but like if we announce at like the start we got really fucked up, then all of a sudden like a day or 2 later I'll see a big spike on views for the hunt.
Okay, that's kind of funny.
Yeah, aka people like to watch a disaster apparently. So if we had a really shitty hunt, people are like, "Ooh, I gotta check that out."
Yeah.
Like we've actually had quite a few views on Settlement 2 Prologue.
Yeah.
Okay, so Survivor's Return, Gain Endeavors, we're only going to get 3, right?
Yep.
That is unfortunate, but we will survive, we think. And now for our wonderful settlement event. What, oh what will we encounter? Dun dun dun! Elder Council.
Oh no.
The elders of the settlement gather to reminisce over the hard-won scars. Count the total number of hunt XP among all survivors. Also, do we have
1,
Saga?
2,
No.
3.
Do we have Scarification?
4, 5, 6,
No.
7, 8.
Do we have
9,
records?
10.
No. So you've got 10 over there?
1, 2, 3. Yes, that's 10 from these.
I've got 4 here, so 14.
14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23.
23. Not bad. That helps a bit. Oh, yeah. No, not enough.
Okay.
Oh, shit. Yeah, you don't even get a roll, it looks like. So, at least we broke 21.
Okay.
-1 Endeavor.
Oh no, come on.
It would have been -2 if we didn't break 21. Or hit 21 or higher. One of the elders recalls a story about a bizarre lion it met on a dangerous hunt. The monster was mourning, and in its paw held a tattooed human head. Add the beast of sorrow to your query list.
Ooh.
You will find its rules on the Legendary Monster Story event page. You may now hunt this monster.
Alrighty.
That's interesting.
I have heard that it is not that bad, relatively speaking.
By the way, 51 to 99 I would have considered worse.
Hmm?
-1 Endeavor and -2 resources. And a retired survivor must join the next hunting party.
Go Rattlesnake.
Now, 100 plus is not bad. You can spend an Endeavor, and you nominate a survivor with 1 or less hunt XP, and they gain both age 1 and 2. And they may gain the benefits again when they reach their normal milestones. They don't age up to age 1 and 2, they just get the benefits.
Wow, that would be nice.
Yeah, but you need 100, which means you'd pretty much have to have Saga, Scarification records, and a shit ton of hunt XP amongst your survivors.
Yeah.
You'd have to have 70 additional. Now, if we had like 6 or less, we'd all gain an understanding.
Okay, so there's that.
Oh, I should put that out. Yeah, so not great, but we've had worse.
So we have
No one died,
the death count.
which gets us basic resources, right, too?
Yeah, it says whenever a settler person dies, then it's added directly to settlement storage, which technically means that probably those should have been in it, but whatever.
Okay, 2 of the... Oh, so that should have been the 2 monster bones then. So these should go back in the pool then.
The Broken Lantern and the question mark also were drawn out of this. Like
Yes.
the basic resources.
But you said right when somebody dies to go into settlement storage?
No, you get 1 resource randomly out of the deck, which means it's technically not proper in the RNG to roll to draw from the deck while those resources are out of it.
Okay.
Because it's
How
added
many do we get for death?
1.
I thought it was 2. Okay.
No, you just get 1.
Okay, so we'll just draw 1 more for now, and we'll be careful in the future.
Okay.
I'm not redrawing all of them.
You don't have to redraw all of them, but okay.
Okay, so we get a hide.
Okay.
So that works well. Okay, update timeline.
Alright, so it's now 9. We depart to hunt a Nemesis next year.
Oh, he's never seen the Beast of Sorrows. Oh, people have taken it down at lower levels.
Yeah.
Okay, so what do we have? Nothing?
No, yeah, we just have we have to face a Nemesis next year.
Okay, which Nemesis?
Dragon King level 2.
That's gonna end poorly.
Or Tyrant level 2,
Yeah, it's gonna end poorly. Did we beat Tyrant level 1?
Yes, we did. We just lost 2 survivors doing it.
Oh, that's all? Okay. Develop, you say?
Okay.
Okay, what do we have currently in storage? As far
1
as
Great
resources?
Cat Bone, 1 Love Juice, 1 Monster Hide, 3 Broken Lanterns, 1 Lonely Ant, and 1 question mark.
So we do have 1 additional hide.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh, where is that? So, we've got the stone circle.
Mm-hmm. We currently have the Screaming Horns and the Screaming Coat.
Okay. So, we only got 1 pelt.
Yes.
Which means we can only make 1 more piece. But we can make any piece.
Okay.
Which piece would you like? Bracers, skirt, or leg warmers?
I know, this outfit is so ridiculous.
Yes, it is.
Bracers... Well, that's interesting. You can basically pass through survivors when you do a slam. Then we have the leg warmers. When you depart, gain +1 insanity.
And I think the skirt is nothing.
The skirt is nothing.
Okay. So where do you want armor? Well, you got rid of the...
Claw.
Yeah, so you should actually just take the skirt, probably.
But I don't have any arms armor right now.
Oh, you don't?
And I could take out another skirt if I... Or
oh, yeah, then I'd take the arms. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, then get rid of the 1 hide as well that we have in storage.
Okay. -1 hide.
Too bad we can't use the question as a health.
Yeah.
I think that'd be overpowered.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. Next up, we need to do an innovation, right?
If we can, yes, we probably should.
Okay, do we need blood? We don't have blood paint yet, do we?
No.
Do we want a blood paint?
I mean, it can be useful, but I don't know whether or not how we'd use it in our current setup.
Okay, well then let's be safe, and we'll save the bladder. So let's just record that. You said we still have a great cat bone.
Yes.
I think we wanted to save that because there's something we might be able to make later.
Okay.
So we'll spend the hide here, the question, and a monster bone.
Okay.
And we will do the innovation.
So was the question, like the one that was there? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I assume you don't have one on there.
I have a question.
Oh, we do?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So let's see. Now, the large teeth, I don't see anything. Beast knuckle. Is that something we might eventually want?
That's the stone circle, right?
Yeah.
Weapon melee Katar bone. Paired. When you wound with this weapon, monster gains -1 toughness until the end of the attack. It is 2/6/4.
Okay, we want both of those to replace the Lion Beast guitars if at all possible.
Okay.
Can I take a peek at one?
I mean, you don't really need to.
Okay, so I lose the deadly,
Yeah, you would lose the deadly.
which kind of sucks, but the -1 toughness and the extra speed and strength.
Well, it's not extra speed.
It's
Because it's 2.
2/6/4, so extra accuracy and strength is worth it, I think.
Okay.
In exchange for deadly, but it's a
Yeah.
hard call because deadly's nice for the crits,
Yeah.
but we have 2 teeth, so we'll save the 2 large flat teeth.
Okay.
Unfortunately, it requires a pelt for each one with the large flat tooth.
Oh, okay. That explains why. You're like,
Yeah,
that's why you're not just like
making
signing
it right
the
now.
fuck up.
You're like, why are you not making it?
Yeah.
Okay. So we get 4 options, correct?
Yes.
Drums, bloodline. I think
Oh
that's
my
what
god,
we wanted.
bloodline?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Cooking, and a bed. So I think bloodline is what we want.
I think we want to go bloodline.
They inherit from their parents Oracle's Eye, Iridescent Hide, or Pristine Ability. They get a surname, and half of one parent's weapon proficiency levels rounded up.
Yeah. Bloodline.
Okay, and now we need to add the bloodline consequences.
Okay.
So I'll need those. Wow, that was the one I think we wanted?
Yes.
Or no, we wanted bloodletting.
No. We don't want bloodletting.
I thought we did.
We want that because we get this. Empire.
Ooh, what's Empire? Newborn survivors are born with +1 permanent strength and the Pristine Ability. When you suffer a dismembered severe injury, ignore it and gain a bleed token instead. Though, bleed tokens, but...
Pristine.
Oh.
Pristine. It's one of the things on the thingy.
Oh, it is, isn't it?
Yeah, that's how we get pristine.
Remove the people who are marked skip next hunt. Erase that.
I already did.
Oh, you did? Okay, cool. So, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So we have 13 cards, so we have a 1 in 3 chance of drawing that in future. Okay. So,
and also, just straight up inheriting this stuff is really nice.
Give us the 4 Dry Decanthus.
Yeah, okay.
Where did I put those there? Yeah, that'll be really nice.
There's only 3 Dry Decanthus in this.
Well, but technically we get 4. Because technically Garrett cards are unlimited, in case you didn't know that. We were actually trying to buy a second base copy of the game, and we might actually kickstart one, we'll have to see.
Yeah.
Just to get more of the base Garrett cards, because occasionally we've run short like now.
Yeah.
Okay. Shank Bones. I don't think very useful, but I'm not really seeing anything more to craft.
Like, fun fact. Turns out that if you're very, very careful, you can actually get multiple Twilight Swords.
Yeah. Okay, so let's just add these 4 items to our storage. 2 Shank Bones, a Broken Lantern, and a Monster Bone.
2 Shank Bones.
A Broken Lantern, and a Monster Bone.
Okay.
Now,
Jesus, we have a lot of bone.
We do?
Yeah.
Do we have a hide?
No.
Well, we have
Well,
the question.
question.
Well, we already have the weapon crafter.
Yeah.
Okay.
What we would be interested in would be the scrap smelting innovation, but we can't do it right now.
Yeah, we don't have the organs to save our life.
Yeah.
So
we could try to do scrap scavenge if we wanted to.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything else super valuable for endeavors right now.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, outside of possibly,
So, who died?
Bull.
Sorry, Bull. Okay. We're down to 9 survivors.
Yeah, that's my
The
only
biggest
fear.
problem is we face painting. We have to face painting before we actually.
So I would say we might lose 4 though on the next fight.
Yeah.
Which is going to be rough.
Mm-hmm.
So we can face painting followed by an augury.
Well, we have a love juice.
And a love juice. What's the odds on face painting?
You have a 70% chance of gaining intimacy, +1 to intimacy.
And what was the other?
What? Well, we don't want to do battle paint.
No, what's the 30% chance?
Nothing.
Okay. 70% chance. I think we need to go for a couple people right now since we're about to possibly lose some.
Okay.
Okay, let's do it.
+1.
+1. Sweet. Okay. So now let's just pop the love juice.
Okay. So the love juice is popped.
And this gives us a +1 on things.
On intimacy, yes.
Okay.
So the problem is we still have a reasonable chance of failing. Oh right, it's not out of this book, it's out of the other book.
Yeah.
It's a special intimacy.
So we probably want. We have a few people here to possibly go in because of what they've got. As far as what can we pass on?
Courage, understanding, half of it, 1 of a parent's fighting arts, all of a parent's disorders, or 1 parent's surname.
Okay. So, and you can possibly pass on 2.
Yes.
Okay, so we probably want to have, I thought we had somebody with destroyed genitals. I'm not seeing it.
They may be dead.
Okay. Who's the retired person that's all fucked up?
Rattlesnake?
Do we want to send him in as the male, maybe? But he doesn't have anything to pass on.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter who goes in as the male. The male will never die with +1 on the intimacy.
But the female could die.
Yeah, I know, but Rattlesnake's a male, right?
Yeah. Oh, no, Rattlesnake is a male, yes.
So it doesn't matter. Like, we should send in a male with dragon's inheritance, probably.
Okay, so you can pass on 2 fighting arts, you said?
You could pass on 2 fighting arts, but or a surname, or courage, or understanding, or disorders.
Okay, let's send in Blue Crate as the male.
Okay.
He's the best setup for that.
Okay.
And the other cat took over the tiny box. Then for female, for female, we probably don't care then if we're mostly going to be pulling from Blue Crate's effects, right?
Yeah, we just want to make sure that it's not, bad.
Yeah, that's fair. What do you mean by bad?
I.e., if we're planning on passing on stuff from Blue Crate...
Then we want a female with nothing.
Yeah.
Then we will send in, Masa...
Naga?
Yeah, Masa Naga.
Okay. Are you okay with me rolling?
Yep.
In some ways, I don't really want to roll. Like, honestly. You don't need an endeavor if you're using Love Juice. It just says trigger the intimacy story event.
We innovated.
Oh, shit, yeah, you're right. So we won't be able to do it again. It doesn't matter. Like, just take the other innovation.
Yeah.
We already did it.
Okay. Good catch.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. That's
9.
Nice.
The Tyrant is pleased. +1 population and choose 1 dragon's inheritance for the newborn survivor.
Okay, so do we,
So, I need a character sheet.
And do we already have a name saved up?
Let me find out. Yes. Boomslang.
Boomslang. Okay. And now we get, what was it, 2 fighting arts? Or what?
No, we don't. We get 1 fighting art, or all of the disorders, or half of the understanding, or half of the courage, or the surname, which he doesn't have one.
Yeah, no surname, so we can either give 4 understanding, or we can give 1 of the 3 fighting arts. Unbreakable, Champion Right, or Combo Master.
Combo, yeah. Okay, yeah.
So which do you want to give? I think either Unbreakable or Champion's Right, or the Understanding.
So I think, 1, 2, 3, 4. Make it a female.
Yeah.
Alright, so Champion's Right or Unbreakable, is it? Or
Yeah, or the 4 Understanding, which would give the first Understanding event, which might give something.
I mean, we can equip the fighting arts, like, if we equip the dragon's vestments on them, then we can just choose dragon fighting arts.
Oh, good point. So let's do the 4 Understanding?
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay.
And then I will roll for that, for the
oh, but there's also Bloodline. So, unfortunately, he does not have Oracle's Eye, Iridescent Hide, or Pristine.
Yeah.
Does anybody have any weapon? Does either of them have weapon proficiency?
Oh, shoot. If we were going to worry about that, then it might have been good to send somebody else, but too late for that.
Yeah, but it's too late.
Yeah. No, neither
Alright.
of them has weapon proficiency.
Okay. So that's 4 levels in understanding.
Yep.
So because we are survival of the fittest, it gains +1 strength.
Okay.
Let's see. Let me make sure. Yeah, and just 1 dragon's inheritance. Okay. So that is +1 strength, starts with a movement of 5. And it already, okay, so already has 4 understanding. So, because of that, we roll on the awake chart.
Okay. What?
Oh, okay.
1 or 2 dice?
Just 1.
2.
Gain 2 endeavors.
Wait,
only...
did I just seriously roll a 2 again?
Settlement phase. Gain 2 endeavors only you can spend.
Wait, you could do augury with those.
Yes, he can.
Oh, that's fucking awesome!
And she is not required to actually be in the intimacy, even if she auguries for it, as far as I know. Okay, so that is good, but I would have preferred getting actually, like, something higher, but whatever.
I'll take that. So...
Okay, so there's that.
We gain 2 endeavors.
Yes.
Okay. So, augury. Go for it.
2.
I think we get an understanding on her.
Yeah, so lose the lonely ant, maybe?
Yeah, that's a good call.
Okay, and +1 understanding, so that's 5 understanding.
What does augury come? Oh, here it is. Yeah. Okay.
Off the organ grinder, and then augury again.
Yep. 10. That would be an intimacy.
Okay.
Okay, do we want to send somebody that can have a weapon proficiency?
Yeah, or we could... So, there's a bunch of interesting things. So, Death Adder is a female, Horned Adder...
Is a male.
Does he have a surname?
No.
Okay.
And he only has Unbreakable for the fighting art.
Yeah, but we've got a lot of options for, like, stuff to carry on, so just the fighting art is not the only thing.
Yeah.
All of our females are really good.
Yeah, which I don't want to really entirely risk them.
Well, they can't die. They'll just suffer damage generals.
Oh, they can't die?
You can't die in the... like, if we have the +1 on the intimacy rolls, they
now,
can't die.
Does the weapon proficiency half round up or down?
It is... round down.
Okay.
Oh, wait. Weapon proficiency, rounded up for this.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Okay, then why don't we do Sidewinder as the female with Blue Crate as the male?
Okay.
Yeah, let's do that combo.
Okay.
Go for it. And this is... We rolled for both of these, so we're out of endeavors again.
Nope.
6.
No, that was a 1.
Oh, so I lose my genitals?
Child perishes in childbirth. Female survivor is forever changed. She suffers the destroyed genitals, severe waist injury, and gains a scar.
There isn't a checkbox for that. Oh, there it is. And gains a scar?
Yes.
Okay. What's a scar?
It is a dragon trait.
Which I think I already have a scar.
Okay, you cannot be nominated for the Intimacy story event. The injury is permanent and can be recorded once. Gain a random disorder.
Another one.
Mm-hmm.
This will be my third.
And you also gain 3 in insanity.
Gain how many?
3.
Oh, because I needed more insanity. I'm up to 15 now. That might be getting a little high. That could cause that's high enough to cause problems. 15 is where you can die in the antelope fight if you're not lucky, I believe.
20.
20?
Like, if you reach 20 insanity, you're screwed.
Oh?
You die at the end of the fight event, essentially.
Oh, with the antelope?
Yeah.
Oh.
If you have 20 insanity, you're gone.
Okay. So we may have to be careful bringing out Sidewinder to the antelope.
Yeah.
Yay! Okay. So, disorder, I get. Weak spot. Oh, that's not too bad. I can't depart unless I have armor.
Okay. That's not terrible.
No, that's actually, I'd have to say, early on that'd be a problem. But that's pretty much the definition of I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
What's up?
The throne is missing.
Oh. Well, we're out of endeavors anyways.
Yeah, I know, but it's just, I wanted to look at what your chances were of dying if you decided to try to get that thing fixed.
Oh, my destroyed genitals?
Yeah.
Pretty high.
Unfortunately, I can't find it.
It's in the box loose.
Yeah.
Okay, well, either way, I think that wraps up our settlement phase.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, well, thank you, everybody, for joining.
Yeah.
Sorry we're not doing a follow-up game this week. Needless to say, it's already almost 9 p.m. here, and we're both about ready to pass out. For next week, we will be back at our normal time of 6 p.m. Pacific time on Saturday for our stream, and we will be doing a follow-up game. Probably, we actually got a new game in that's going up to Kickstarter. It's actually more of a board game than a card game, it looks like. So
okay.
I'm going to be reading up on the rules on that this next week, and probably going to check that out after game next week.
Sounds great.
In addition, as we've been actually doing, you'll have a new Pandemic Legacy video going up this Tuesday at 10 a.m. Pacific time. We scheduled those, so YouTube just posts them for us. Yay!
Yay!
And other than that, one of the things that we are looking for is if there's any games you would like to see us play. As you can probably tell, we prefer co-op games, things like that. Or if it's not a co-op game, we like to play games that, while they're competitive, you can't really tell the winner until pretty much the end of the game. Great examples of that would be something like possibly Brass or Le Havre or things like that. As a matter of fact, we're planning to do a one-off of Le Havre sometime soon. It's one of Nicole's favorite games. So if you have any games you'd love to see us play, please, as always, be sure to let us know. Either send us a message on Twitter, post on Facebook, let us know on YouTube, anything like that. Thank you again, and have a great day.
See you guys.